So at this point, what clarity do you have for the way things are going to look up front? Do you feel pretty confident about everything now?
Yeah, I think it's everything's starting to settle down, and guys are starting to show what they can do, especially through these practices and getting into scout teams. So yeah, it's been clearing up.
What are the different strengths of Jamar and Stanley at that spot?
Stanley, he has natural mobility. He was a linebacker previously, and he's really strong. So being able to move, in this system is really, high priority. And then Jamar has just played, that his whole life. So there's a little learning curve for him, just the speed of the game and all that. But then Stanley, also being brand new to the position, has his own learning curve. So it's pretty much back and forth. Those guys are battling it out.
Given that Jamar missed some time, is there anything you see from him before the start of the season?
I need to see from him?
Yeah.
Yeah, just consistency. I think with everybody, it's just being more consistent and knowing that we can depend on him, right? Building trust.
How important is that spot to just everything you guys do?
Oh, it's huge. I think the best player on a lot of these, 3-4, 4-3 teams are the nose tackle, and you don't hear about him a lot because he eats up a lot of blocks. But Marlon last year, I would argue, is one of the best players on our team just because of what he did. Regardless if he made the play or not, he's demanding eyes and bodies from the offense, so it's huge.
I know you always downplay any concern about that spot, but do you feel any more confident in any specific way now that you've been able to work with them for this whole month?
Yeah, I'm confident in all the guys. It's just it comes down to consistency. They can all do it, but finding who can do it the best, over and over and over again. That's where we're at.
Well, Linda was talking about workload and how that might be an issue come December. How do you figure that out in season?
Really, it kind of plays itself out through, our catapult numbers, obviously, but, just feeling what their bodies are like after a game, and then going through each and every game. It's really a different puzzle every game. But yeah, workload all the way till December. It's what these guys got to understand is that this is what practice is, and how to prepare their bodies to practice in order to get to the game, I think is one of the things that all college athletes got to learn, but specifically here because of how we practice.
Given a guy like Thule who has a motor, how do you weigh putting him in versus saving him for the whole season?
I think it's game by game basis and situational. If he needs to play, he's going to play. If he doesn't need to play, but he feels good and wants to play, then that's a decision we'll make in the game. But right now, it's all building the capacity of what they could do right now in practice, right? So that when they do get a lot of reps, it's not foreign to them, and we can gauge how we use them in practice and what situations we put them in, basically.
Nick was your sack leader last year, but he's still kind of the under-talked about guy in that group.
Right.
How valuable and important is he to everything you do?
He's valuable in a bunch of different ways. One, he's got everything together off the field. He's graduated. He's in a master's program, and he understands the playbook and understands our coaching in and out. And so my number one thing for Corey was get with Nick when you get here and go out to lunch with him. Just pick his brain because he'll tell you everything that's going to happen, right? But then being dependable and consistent, like we were just talking about, is huge. So I know what I'm going to get out of 50 every time he goes out there, and it's whatever he's got. And he's going to be where he's supposed to be, and he's going to go as hard as he can.
When you look back on last season, did he surprise you in any way, being the former JUCO guy who hadn't done much before you got here?
No, because I didn't know him before I got here. I knew him when I got here, and all I knew was what he did, and what he did was just show up to work every day and work his butt off.
Was there a moment when you recognized that in him?
Yeah, it's real similar to Thule. Just at the beginning, when we first started working, he was always there and always trying really hard.